Saints quarterback Derek Carr is underperforming relative to other quarterbacks in expected passing situations. Welcome back to The Dot, presented by Matt Bowers Auto Group. I'm Brooke Kirchhoffer. He's Nick Underhill. NFL Faster put out this data. Nick, based on what it shows, what does this tell us?
Yeah, so basically this graph is just in the most basic terms, it's how many expected points do you add per play versus how many points do you take away per play, and relative to other quarterbacks and what other people do. Basically, when the Saints are in an expected pass situation, Derek Carr is performing in a negative point scale. He's not adding points, he's taking points away from the team. And that's kind of feels like what we've seen. Like things just feel kind of hard on offense right now. They have underperformed a little bit. This basically says that in these situations, the Saints are a little bit below average. If you asked me to come on here and give an eye test explanation of what we're seeing in the offense, I would say they're a little bit below average right now. So I think this kind of nails it right now. The thing that kind of shocks me, and I guess not when you kind of think about the narrative, is that Joe Burrow is the guy just straight ahead of Carr right now. So there are people in the league that need a little bit of work. At the bottom of the list, Zach Wilson. So it kind of just tells the story that you would expect. At the top of the list, Jalen Hurts, kind of the best quarterback in the league right now. So that's not a huge shock overall. Yeah, they got to get a little bit better throwing the ball.
Not a huge shock at all in comparison to where Derek Carr ranks among the ladies. 12th in passing yards, 19th in passing touchdowns. They've played 10 games. He has 10 passing touchdowns. You definitely want that number to be up. You don't want it to equal the amount of games to passing touchdowns. He only has 4 interceptions, though. He is 17th in QB rating. My biggest thing with Derek Carr is maybe he does need to take some shots. That's something we haven't necessarily seen. We see him throw the ball away a lot in the checkdowns, but maybe throw it up for Chris Olave to go and win a battle. Throw it up for Rashid Shaheed to go and win a battle. If Michael Thomas is healthy, they were practicing that all of training camp. That was something that we highlighted, that, wow, Chris Olave has worked on this. He's added weight. We just haven't seen a lot of situations where Derek Carr is really testing Chris Olave with contested catches.
Yeah, and look, we seen him make one last week as soon as Jameis Winston came in, and I believe NFL Next Gen Stats said that was the most improbable catch of the whole entire season. He went up and got it.
The talent's there.
Yeah, the talent's there. Look, sometimes the contested catch stuff with Chris is a little bit inconsistent, but you got to let him fight his way through it and make plays, and we saw him make some great plays. We saw Mike Thomas make some great contested catches. I thought they were doing a better job of kind of getting in those situations early in the season, and then like last week, one of my big issues was kind of not testing that stuff when it was there. Like, you got to see it quicker. You got to get the ball out quicker. There's those things. It's a little bit of everything, though.
Yeah.
And I think we saw them try to go to like crossing routes early in the game, and then Mike Thomas gets hurt, and you aren't going to the slant anymore. Like, there is just a lot of meat on the bone right now that they are not getting to, and they got to find a way to get to that over these last 7 games.
And depending on Michael Thomas's availability in Atlanta, Chris Olave is going to be one of several receivers that are going to be called on, and we'll see how the Saints handle things next week and if any changes will happen during the bye week.